Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you an amazing book on cooperation called Super Cooperators, Altruism, Evolution, and Why We Need Each Other to Succeed. The author, Martin Nowak, is a renowned Harvard professor who founded the new interdisciplinary field of theoretical biology at Princeton's Institute for Advanced Study, applying mathematical methods to problems in biology. Nowak has made outstanding contributions in areas like viral dynamics, cancer cell evolution, and spatial games, publishing hundreds of high-level papers. So what fascinating contents does he share in this book? Let's first look at part 1 on how cooperation catalyzed the origin and evolution of life. Before Darwin proposed his theory of evolution, there was a prevalent view in the biological world, survival of the fittest, that different organisms compete ruthlessly and only the winner gets to survive and reproduce. However, we see that cooperative behaviors are also ubiquitous in the real biological world. So what role does cooperation play in the origin and evolution of life? Firstly, the origin of life lies in cooperation at the molecular level. In ancient times, Earth's environment was very complex and diverse, with ample space and time. Under such conditions, some RNA molecules can catalyze each other's reactions and accelerate certain chemical reactions. When RNA A facilitates the generation of RNA B, and B also catalyzes A, they form a mutually beneficial cooperative relationship. Only with such large numbers of cooperating RNA molecules could the first self-replicating macromolecule, single-stranded RNA, emerge, marking the origin of life. Next, the formation of single-celled and multicelled organisms also stems from cooperation between cells, especially symbiotic relationships. Around 1.8 billion years ago, a prokaryotic cell capable of fermentation engulfed another bacteria that could utilize oxygen for aerobic respiration. Instead of destroying each other, they formed a mutually beneficial symbiotic relationship, obtaining more energy sources through cooperation. Gradually, through such cooperation, the prokaryotic cell evolved into the eukaryotic cell, which is the basis for the evolution of multicellular organisms. Not just at the cellular level, cooperation among larger organisms is also ubiquitous. For example, large fish will allow smaller fish or shrimp to clean parasites on their bodies. This removes the parasites, and the smaller organisms get to eat. There are many more examples around us of such direct biological cooperation. To understand biological cooperation mechanisms more systematically, Nowak proposed 5 key mechanisms in the book: direct reciprocity, indirect reciprocity, spatial games, group selection, and kin selection. Direct reciprocity means I help you once, and you help me back once. Indirect reciprocity works through building social reputation to gain future return from others. The existence of these 5 mechanisms compellingly explains why there are so many cooperative behaviors in biological evolution. Competition is not the only choice. Let's now look at part 2 on how cooperation catalyzed the advancement of human civilization. If cooperation catalyzed the origin of life, its role in the progress of human society is also crucial. Firstly is the emergence of language. Humans are the only species to have evolved complex language systems, which is inseparable from the huge demands for cooperation. To cooperate better, humans had to pay enormous costs to acquire language, like changes to brain structures and vocal organs. The obtainment of language in turn enabled even more sophisticated cooperation, continuously pushing human societal development. Moreover, humans' unique moral systems and superior cognitive abilities are also closely tied to cooperation mechanisms. As we discussed before, the indirect reciprocity mechanism provided the impetus for the evolution of cognitive capabilities. To gain better social reputations, we need to constantly improve our memory, judgment, reasoning skills, and so on. It is precisely because humans can leverage multiple cooperation mechanisms that we became super cooperators on Earth. This superior cooperation ability supported increasingly complex social division of labor and ultimately built human civilization. Conversely, disrupting these cooperation mechanisms can lead to severe negative impacts. The emergence of cancer is the result of destroyed cooperation among human body cells. Finally, let's look at part 3, how can we better cooperate and avoid prisoners' dilemmas in real life? Nowak provided several suggestions in the book. Firstly, Make good use of social transmission effects by disclosing certain information to cultivate good cooperation habits. For example, publicize household electricity usage to raise conservation awareness, or publish a company's carbon emission data to spur emission reductions. Information disclosure utilizes humans' care for reputation to improve civic cooperation. Secondly, rewards are usually more effective than punishments in motivating cooperation. When someone does socially beneficial things, we can praise them more. For those who make mistakes, we should be more tolerant and give them opportunities to make amends, so as to expand the cooperative community and achieve better outcomes. Thirdly, research shows that human intuition and quick decision-making make us more likely to cooperate, whereas excessive rational analysis can lead to more selfish choices. So, in life, don't be too hesitant, trust your first reactions, which often bring superior cooperative results. Alright, today I have provided a detailed interpretation on how cooperation shaped the evolution of life and civilization. Nowak's research offers valuable inspirations we need to continue expanding cooperation amongst individuals, groups, and countries to meet the challenges of our modern world. Thanks for watching. See you next time.